My name is Dr. Sherilyn Cecchini. I'm a physician in New York City, and I want to talk about why it's so important to have cost of care conversations with your patients. The topic of money and finances can be a difficult subject to bring up, but it's still an extremely important one. Here are just 4 of the many reasons why you should be talking costs with your patients. 1. Healthcare can be very expensive. On a per capita basis, healthcare spending has about doubled from 2000 to 2019. In fact, Americans spend about 10 times as much on healthcare today as they did in the 1980s. This increased spending has direct financial repercussions for patients and can also negatively impact healthcare outcomes. 2. When patients can't afford their medications or treatment, it can lead to non-compliance. In many instances, a healthcare provider may wonder why a patient's numbers aren't improving after prescribing a treatment plan. It could be anything from their A1C for diabetic control to blood pressure numbers. Turns out, cost of therapy has been identified as a factor that drives non-adherence to treatment recommendations. As providers, we can greatly help our patients avoid these issues by openly discussing treatment costs and providing possible alternatives and resources for them. 3. Other factors can impact a patient's ability to afford care. It's important as a provider to take into account the whole picture of your patient. Did their financial situation change? Did they mention losing their job? It's not always obvious what factors impact care, but things like missed wages, childcare costs, and transportation costs can play a big role in whether patients can afford their treatment plans. 4. Discussing costs can strengthen your patient-provider relationship. Studies have shown that patients who discuss cost concerns with their healthcare team feel more trust with their providers. This trust is key for any patient-provider relationship to succeed. You might be wondering how to fit this conversation into an already short visit and a busy schedule. It is no secret that we all have a very limited amount of time to spend with our patients, and it can seem daunting to add yet another task to the visit. But remember, it's worth it, because if patients forgo their recommended treatment plans, it can defeat the purpose of the entire visit. This can lead to even more time spent down the road, inflated healthcare costs, delayed diagnosis, worsened prognosis, and frustration on both sides of the relationship. These discussions don't need to be long. In fact, effective cost of care conversations can be held in as little as a minute by taking a straightforward, clear, and compassionate approach. Ultimately, having these cost of care conversations is just good healthcare, and it is a vital and fundamental part of the services we provide to ensure our patients stay healthy.